We're not doing this for the sake of data or the sake of technology. We're doing this for the sake of the business.
Put your data to work.
Scott Taylor, the Data Whisperer here, finding out what's on people's minds, what's in their head, what's in their heart when it comes to managing their data. Bright light of truth in data, screaming down there in Times Square. The money-making, heartbreaking, data-shaking city of New York, New York, the city so nice you had to name it twice. In the center of the MDM universe, the single version of truth for data governance. You're talking with thought leaders, data shakers, all kinds of people here about what's on their mind in the master data business, what's happening in data governance, and of course, making sure they help you
Put your data to work.
Put your data to work.
put your data to work.
Solomon Williams, Director of Enterprise Data Management Solutions.
How do you help people put their data to work?
Datasource Consulting is an enterprise data management firm. What that means is that we work the full continuum of data, strategy through implementation of things like master data management, data governance, data quality, cloud migration, data lake creation, establishing data roadmaps, and then executing and implementing them so that our customers get the greatest value.
Wow, wonderful. So you're more strategically oriented, or do you deal with the tools as well, or is it kind of both?
Let's establish what your strategy is, and then we can implement that strategy for our customers. We are technology agnostic, means that we work with the investments that our clients have already made, or if they're asking us to make a recommendation on a given tool based on what they need, we perform an assessment or tool evaluation to fit their need. It's key to understand what the business goals and objectives are. That is one of the fundamental things that we communicate. Understand what that is, start with the end in mind. Do you want to become more competitive? Do you want to increase your market share? Then working backwards, well, what capabilities do you need? What capabilities do you already have, and what is the roadmap that we'll put in place to give you those capabilities to achieve those goals? So that's literally how we approach it, and working with the C-suite folks, whether it's the chief data officer, chief risk officer, chief financial officer, understanding what their drivers are. And they may be different, but understanding that all has a capability underpinning and a data underpinning. And understanding what those are is how we build a strategic roadmap. A data roadmap tied obviously to your business objectives is key. There's the ability to define KPIs of the roadmap itself and how we're performing against it to know what we want to deliver. Even if we're just looking at the next year, how can we get better? How can we increase our market share? How do we become more competitive or remain competitive? That's a lot of moving parts.
Great job today. I just love your whole stage presence and things like that.
Well, thank you. You want to hold folks' interest. You want to hold their attention.
Yeah.
And so, you can't just be that droning on in a monotone voice, I think kills the interest for a lot of people.
Absolutely. No matter how brilliant you might be.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
It doesn't matter what you're communicating if nobody's listening to it.
Good point. Good point. Do you see any trends, any themes that are common across the companies that you work with?
I think so, yes. You're seeing a much smaller division between chief data officer, chief technology officer, and chief financial and risk officer.
Okay.
I think even chief financial and risk officers recognize that there is a data component, there is a data strategy required. Obviously, they're not going to get into the details of how many servers I need or how many databases are required, but they do clearly recognize that if we are going to achieve our business goals, it has to be enabled by a data strategy. So you are seeing that as a great and a very good transition to say 5 to 7 years ago.
Oh, good. So there's hope.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
What good is it for all of this technology and all of this data if we're not enabling the business? We're not doing this for the sake of data or the sake of technology. We're doing this for the sake of the business.
Right.
And the better we do it, the better the business is going to benefit.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Tom. That was wonderful. Thank you.
Put your data to work.
Put your data to work.